What's up with it, y'all? It's JD, back with another quick video. In today's video, I'm going to be running you guys through a fairly simple calisthenics routine. I probably only do about 4 or 5 exercises. And I kind of wanted to do this routine and show it to you guys because, number one, as you've seen in my, if you watch some of my previous videos, I'm kind of trying to go through like a detox and just trying to build myself back up in a lot of ways, just because I kind of fell off in a few different ways in terms of like my workouts, diet, discipline, all that type of stuff. I've probably been at my least disciplined state, probably been at my least focused state, motivated state recently. So I'm building myself back up, but I also wanted to show you guys, I know a lot of times I'll be doing stuff like handstand push-ups, muscle ups, back levers, different things like that. That's not what I did to build myself up. What I did to build myself up was more basic routines, pull-ups, dips, you know, maybe some different variations. A lot of these exercises, squats, all the stuff that's not extremely glamorous. Now I'm gonna show you guys some raw footage of a workout. I'm not gonna sit here and do 1,000 dips or 1,000 reps of anything. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do a pretty simple routine. This is stuff that most of you guys at home are gonna be able to do. So let's run through. First off, let's do some pull-ups. I always start off with pull-ups. I actually need to do a little shoulder activation, a little routine out here. Another thing, y'all, is before you guys get started with any of your workouts, you got to make sure that you warm up. You know what I mean? Every time I don't warm up, or every time I don't do some little activation stretches, whatever it may be, I always tweak something. I'm actually dealing with a shoulder injury right now, not necessarily from not warming up, but from overtraining. So be careful if you guys listen to too many people who are, you know, on this thing where you got to do as many reps as possible and trying to do 2,000 reps a day or whatever it may be. That's a recipe for a disaster as far as breaking your body down and not being able to recover. I mean, for me, I'm 36 years old, so it's a little bit different for me. But anyways, let me get into the work. First exercise is pull-ups. That's a staple. You got to do some form of pull exercises in your workouts. Next exercise is going to be kind of like a cross between a push-up and a dip. This is a what do they call this? A tuck planche push-up or a tuck planche dip. And like I said before, you don't have to do a crazy amount of reps. All you gotta do, you gotta focus on quality reps over a quantity of reps. Don't focus on doing a crazy amount of pull-ups, crazy amount of push-ups. You know what I mean? You might have a certain number that you're looking to hit, but make sure whatever number that you hit, make sure that you're doing a proper form, full range of motion on everything.
Estados Unidos, Alemanha.
Estados Unidos.
Estados Unidos.
Same. That was a headbanger. That one I'm more so focused on the biceps and the core. Kind of have your legs out in front of you. You could do it in an L sit as well. But focus on getting out as far as you can and coming back in under control. No, it's good.
Tá bem carregado, 91%.
All right, so those are 5 exercises. I'm gonna run through those 3 more rounds. So I think I just did 10 or 12 on the dips. I did 7 on the tuck planche push-ups, 10 reps on the pull-ups, 25 reps on the squats, and I think either 10 or 12 reps on the headbangers. I think I did 12 reps. So you don't necessarily need to do a crazy amount of reps. You don't need to do any crazy exercises, and that's really how you build up your base. You build up your base with the fundamentals. You build up your base with kind of more simple routines. And this is actually just a light workout for me. Earlier in the day, this morning, I did 100 push-ups at the crib, diamonds, and then I did maybe like 8 or 9, maybe even 10 sets of handstand push-ups. That's usually what I do in the mornings. Every morning I get up in the morning and I usually practice my handstand push-ups, and I practice and I do some push-ups. Handstand push-ups, and I do like 4 sets of 25 push-ups before I leave the house every day. But the fundamentals, that's all you need. So, and if you guys are bouncing back from an injury, you know, just trying to get yourself remotivated, building up some momentum, don't be ashamed to just come out here and do the fundamentals. Another thing I hear, like, and I read in the comment section, I hear people, even when I go to the park working out sometimes, people are like, oh, I could do 20 pull-ups in a row. I could do X amount of dips. I can do all this amount of number of sets. It's like, man, even for somebody like myself, I've been doing calisthenics for years. And for me, even when I'm not gonna say I'm in my best shape right now, but just doing a set of 10, like, full range of motion pull-ups, that's not easy work, you know what I mean? It's just, that's some real work right there. So, you know what I mean? Unless you're doing these crazy flailing, like, fast rep push-ups and pull-ups and stuff like that, it's difficult to actually get these full range of motion reps in. So the quality is always gonna be better. guys, the area that I'm in right now is this beach right here is called Praia de Pituba, which translates into the beach of Pituba. And the Pituba is the area that I'm in right now. I think Pituba is like this way, and if you go that way, it's another area called, like, I forget what the name of it is. It starts with an A. But in order for me to even get down to this park today, it's about like 6 miles away from my Airbnb, maybe like 5 miles or something like that. And that's another thing that you can do to kind of get yourself going and getting yourself moving, is just walk. As simple as it sounds, you could burn a lot of calories when you walk in. You know what I mean? It's a great exercise. And on top of that, it just makes you feel good, especially when you're in an area like this. Like, I got the beach and the coastline all around here, so pretty much when I go walking out here, I always just walk along the water. And the whole walk down here was like on this little pathway along the water. And that's something that's been cool for me, because even when I don't feel like necessarily even getting in the water, I can still come out here and, like, you know what I mean, get the beach vibes, and still come out here and kind of get the energy from the water. And that's another thing that's dope about this park, is it's always a cool little, like, it's a cool crowd. Like right now it's a little early, but I think right now it's like maybe like 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock. But around like 5:30, around sunset time, this place gets packed. They got lights here, so you know, it's a big crowd, like a calisthenics clique that comes out here. And it's actually a bunch of weights right here, like cinder blocks and stuff like that, that they created and made some like barbells, dumbbells. They get creative out here in South America, but they come out here, lift weights. They got a bench press right here. They got everything, pretty much everything you need, outdoor gym. And on top of that, you're feeding off the energy and the vibe of the people here too. Another thing on those straight bar dips, you want to make sure that you're trying to get down as far as possible, because that's a movement that's going to help you out if you want to kind of master the muscle up or get more proficient on the muscle up. When you're in that transition from going to a pull to a push, that's where you get that straight bar dip in. And the lower you can go on that straight bar dip, the better it's going to be for that muscle up. So that's 2 rounds. We got 2 more rounds to go. So that set right there, I already didn't get that good a form on that one in. So next set, if I'm feeling that tired, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break the set up into 2. Instead of trying to go for 7 reps, I'll probably do 3-3-1 or 4-3, something like that, in order to make sure that my reps are a little bit more quality. Even just like with the kid that was just right here doing the dips, it's like just getting started off, you may not be doing full range of motion. You could probably do more dips if you're not going full range of motion. He was only able to do 3 dips, you know what I mean, when I had him going down a little bit lower. But those 3 dips is gonna be better work than if he was to do 20 of those little mini rep dips. You feel what I'm saying? But anyways, let me get these headbangers in. One more exercise on this round. That's gonna be 3 in the books. But another thing I'm probably gonna make a video on later, because I'm always at these calisthenics parks, people are hella cool. I wanna make a video. I've been having hella people request this video anyways, which is safety in Brazil. And for me, when it comes down to safety in Brazil, it's a super overrated topic, because Brazil is not some super dangerous place. You know what I mean? It's just like anywhere else in the world. If you're in certain neighborhoods, you got to be a little bit more careful. If you engaging in certain activities, you got to be more careful. You know what I mean? If you coming out here looking for drugs and prostitutes and all this type of stuff that has to deal with the underworld, yeah, you got a more higher chance of getting robbed. You got a more higher chance of, you know what I mean, getting, you know, set up or something like that. But if you coming out here kind of living like, I mean, I'm not trying to brag or say I'm above everybody else, but if you coming out here and you just kind of, you know, living a normal life out here, or doing things that's healthy and being around positive people out here working out at calisthenics parks and stuff like that, it's like you're not gonna meet anything but good people anyways. You know what I mean? Like everybody out here has been almost like sometimes when I'm out at the calisthenics park, like say for instance, I got my bag right there, right? When I came down here at night one time, it was an older dude came up to me. He was like, "Hey, look, this is a cool neighborhood," and he was like, "This is a good group of people. It's a calisthenics park, but if you go someplace else," he was like, "they have pickpockets and they got people who are kind of into petty theft. So you just got to be careful when you may be in a neighborhood over there, or a neighborhood over there, or whatever it may be." So that's the type of stuff that, you know what I mean, you run into when you in calisthenics parks, or just any type of positive environment. You know what I mean? It could be a yoga studio. It could be just going hiking or whatever it may be, the beach, whatever. Anyway, let me get these last sets started. Because when it comes down to like any environment you in life, you could either be somebody who's kind of just going around afraid of everything and super suspicious of everybody who's around you, and not really enjoying your time and not really allowing yourself to kind of embrace people who are around you and shit like that. You know what I mean? Or you can just kind of live a natural and kind of like natural life. At the end of the day, it's like shit. Say for instance my GoPro, you know what I mean? Or any of my belongings for that matter. As long as my safety isn't in jeopardy, you know what I mean? Somebody steals some shit from me, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like your health is the most important thing. You know, your being able to live to see another day, being able to, you know, have interactions with people and enjoy moments in life. Like, that's what it's all about. Like, getting some belongings stolen or even losing some shit, man, that's par for the course when it comes to travel anyways, I would say. Like, one thing I haven't traveled in like 2 years, but one thing I noticed since I've been out here is like, man, in my normal life in Hawaii, like, man, I could just be kind of like smooth sailing, pretty much the same type of energy, same type of vibe, you know, going out every day in and day out. But like with traveling, it's like sometimes you're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs, and they way more frequent. You know what I mean? Ebbs and flows is way more frequent. Like, I lost my drone since I've been out here. Then went through, man, all types of shit been going on. So it's like that just comes to territory with traveling. Just on the strength of this workout's kind of going pretty quick, I'll probably add in a couple more exercises. I'll probably do something for the core, and I'll probably do another leg exercise, a super easy one. So I'll probably do some core work on the parallel bars, and I'll probably do some side leg raises. Well, that's one of the OGs that just passed by on a bike. He be coming down here at night. I've seen him down here a couple times. I probably only worked out this park like 2 or 3 times already, but the people down here are so cool. You almost make like an instant little connection with everybody down here. Just coming down here a couple times, it's like, especially just being an American, like, people kind of see that you're not from here, and they just want to connect and click up with you no matter what. And it ain't on no, they trying to get some money from you or they trying to get anything from you. It's just they genuinely like interested in people from other parts of the world. I know I'm like diving into this subject as far as like safety and, you know what I mean, shit like that in Brazil, but I'll probably say another thing is like, this is just part of like having like black privilege while you traveling. It's like people don't really, you're not their #1 target. #1, if you like a black man traveling around the world, unless you like flossing or being hella flashy and shit, it's like people just assume that you really don't have no money anyways. You know what I mean? So like they look at a black person, most places you go in the world, and they're not gonna think you balling unless you basically wearing your wealth. You got gold chains on, flashy ass shoes, flashy ass jewelry on, shit like that. Then yeah, everybody's gonna know you a mark, you a lick. You know what I mean? But if you just moving through the world normal, #1, if you black and you in Brazil, 9 times out of 10 they just gonna think you Brazilian anyways. You know what I mean? That's the way people look at me. They just think I'm Brazilian until I open my mouth. about these headbangers is, like, one thing I noticed just doing calisthenics for years is that it's kind of hard to target the biceps. So there's a few pulling exercises I like to use for my biceps. Of course, chin-ups. Of course, if you're doing like inverted rows, Australian pull-ups, and a chin-up grip is good. But I think these headbangers is like probably one of the best exercises you can do to target your biceps using calisthenics. So I definitely highly recommend it. A few different ways you can do them, like I said. But if you guys actually want to know more about that exercise, hit me up on my website, Travelsthenix.com, book a free consultation. That's the first round of exercise. That's 4 sets of the first 5 exercises. Now we're just gonna do 2 simple ones. Probably run these back to back to back to back. I wanna hurry up and get up out of here. So the first ones, I call these parallel bar flare out. So it's basically just like a parallel bar leg raise, except you're gonna flare your legs out. Give you a little bit extra work. Probably just do sets of 12. And another thing is, I don't do ab exercises every single day. Like when I first started doing calisthenics, I did do ab exercises pretty much with every single workout. Now some of the exercises I do incorporate the abs so much, it's like I really don't even need to. And on top of that, once you build up a certain strength level in your core, you're not necessarily really tripping off of like hammering home on the abs like that anyway. That shit is mostly just aesthetics. So we're gonna do some side leg raises, just simple leg movement. Sets of 12 each side. I'm gonna do 3 more rounds of these exercises and I'm done. And honestly, that's 9 exercises for me for the day. So that's pretty much like a full workout for me anyways. Even when I'm getting like a real workout and I only do 8 or 9 exercises. So for me to do the work I did at the crib, the handstand push-ups and the push-ups at the crib, and then coming out here and doing this, it's like that's total body. 2 leg exercises, core exercise, few pull exercises, some more push exercises, dips, work the triceps, biceps, back, everything. You know what I mean? You done got your total body working. I'm looking at the camera right now, it says only 32 minutes. So 32 minutes, I'll probably be done with this in 40 minutes. 40-minute workout right there. You got everything you need. Another thing I want to speak on too while I'm on camera with you guys today is like, we're not always gonna look our best. We're not always gonna feel our best. I've been feeling like shit a lot in the past month, and like I mentioned before in my last video, or one of my last videos, it's like more like a mental, physical, and spiritual thing. It's like all these things is connected. So you're not always gonna feel your best. You're not always gonna look your best. A lot of times when you don't feel good, you're not gonna look as good. I don't think I'm as low a body fat percentage. I don't feel like I have like the muscle, the strength that I usually have. Like I don't feel as good physically. I don't feel as strong, all that. So it's like, that's okay. Like, you're gonna go through these little periods where you don't feel as good, you don't look as good, you might not be, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm sub 10% body fat and I look great, you know what I mean? And sometimes I feel like I can work out for 3-4 hours a day. I got all the energy in the world. And spiritually and mentally, like I'm at so much peace. I can meditate, do whatever I need to do, but that's just not where I've been at. So it's like, for me, this is like, I was actually chopping up with my mom about this last night, and we were talking about this because obviously we've been having some like hard times in the family, tragedy, you know what I mean, my stepdad getting killed. But she was just saying that she just is not feeling good, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I mean? Yeah, for obvious reasons. I haven't been feeling that great either, but the thing is like, this past month, even though there's been so much fucked up shit going on, it's like, I still been growing, you know what I mean? And like, I reminded my mom yesterday, but at the same time I was reminding myself, it's like, when you're growing like this, you're gonna have hella growing pains, you know what I mean? That's just a part of growing. You're gonna have growing pains, so it is what it is, you know what I mean? That's par for the course. That's par for the course, and life doesn't work like this. We don't just ascend up in a straight line. Like it just goes like this. We go dip, boom, correction, spike up, correction a little bit, spike up some more. That's just the way that growth works. That's the way that growth works. That's the way ascending works. That's the way accomplishing your goals work. All of that. That's just a journey of life. You don't just take a path and it takes you straight to where you got to go. It's gonna go this way, that way, up, down. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Fitness journey is just like that. Your fitness journey and your fitness and health journey is a metaphor for every other journey that you have in your life. Your spiritual journey, your mental journey, your financial journey, everything. Relationships, all of that. Travel journey, same thing. Your travel journey is a trip, dude. It's like, man, honestly, I've been kind of just peeping this anyway. It's just like on this little, I've been out of the country for what, a couple months now, a little bit more than that, and it's like, man, everybody's not really built for this travel thing because it's like, man, it's so much uncertainty and it's so much out of your comfort zone. It's almost like, man, people who like to be comfortable and like to stay on the same routine and all that type of stuff, like, you're not gonna like this, you know what I mean? And for me, I definitely like routine, I appreciate it, but like, I think the good thing about me staying in these places for like 1 month at a time is like, it's giving me a chance to like, boom, maybe I have like a week adjustment period, and after a week, boom, I'm right back into a routine. But at the same time, I'm getting uncomfortable when I travel to the next location, meeting new people, experiencing new things, seeing new places to go, new calisthenics park, new vibe, new city environment, whatever it may be. So it makes it all worth it in the end.
outros vídeos aí.
Get a set of dips. Qual o outro nome? Eso? Jump. Get a set in. Got it?
Você é da terra dos Estados Unidos mesmo ou nasceu aqui?
Um momento. Tres meses in Salvador. And then São Paulo.
Nasceu em São Paulo.
São Paulo. Again, Estados Unidos. From Bahiana.
A japonesa que tá com você, sua esposa.
Japanese. yeah. Korean. The girl, right? Mujer? Me mujer, right? Yeah, Korean. Yeah, you know who is there. Yeah, she Estados Unidos. Yeah.
É big, hein?
Ei, mano, daqui a pouco chega aí, tá? Last set.
Você já namora com ela desde o tempo dos Estados Unidos?
Um momento. Estados Unidos en June. All right, y'all, that's it for the workout. I'm gonna get a little stretch session in now. It looks like it took about 40 minutes on this workout. Quick 40-minute workout. You know what I mean? You can get a total body workout in 40 minutes. I did handstand push-ups earlier. That's not even something that's really mandatory. when it comes down to getting my workouts in if I'm just building it for physique. Now push-ups, you probably want to add that in. With all the talking that I've done, you could have done some sets of push-ups while I've been, you know, running my mouth, bumping my gums this whole time. But anyways, guys, if you guys need help with your fitness journey, if you guys are looking for a program, hit my website up. That's Travelsthenix.com. I got a beginner's program using bands and basic movements, and basically like alternative movements like push-ups on your knees, dip negatives, pull-up negatives, different things like that. That's an 8-week program for beginners for just building that strength so you can start doing the fundamentals correctly. And then I have a more of an intermediate program, 12-week program that you guys can jump on if you guys have a kind of a base level of strength or maybe some type of athletic background. 12-week program. Purchase that on my website. You can also book a free consultation with me if you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching or just chopping it up game about whatever, fitness, life, philosophy, spirituality, whatever it may be, diet. Anyways, hope everybody's having a great day out there. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.